What's up, everybody? This is Ahmed and Penny with A Roberson Photo, A Roberson Media, and today I'm going to do a brief walkthrough on how I do my 360-degree rotating product videos. It's pretty straightforward, but in case you were wondering how I do it, this is how I do it. What's up, everybody? So we're going to talk really quickly about how I set up my background, my lighting, my background, my table, my 360-degree rotating tabletop to make my 360-degree pure white background product videos. I use my office space. It's a little cluttered, but my office space I use for my video editing, video production, my still photography, and of course, as you know, I like to use my camcorders for video and video only, and hopefully someday some filming is coming to you at a YouTube channel near you. And I also like to, I also utilize my office space for my still product photography that I've shown you clips of before. Anyway, in this video I'm just going to show you really quickly how my setup is, what it looks like, and how I actually set it up. It's not very complex at all, and even if you thought it was just a little complex, I'm going to show you how really complex it isn't. How it's not complex at all. I know there are some, hold on one second, let me move that, had a little light issue. Anyway, okay, so sorry about my follies, but what would a Roberson Media video be without a folly, right? Anyway, my 360-degree videos might be less complicated than it is to set up this vlogging, but let's get into it and let you guys see and see what you guys think. So anyway, if you see, I have I'm bringing in my TV tray to use as my platform because my background table setup is an IKEA table that I got years back. Maybe paid 30-40 bucks for it, give or take, but my TV tray is about the height of my background table, and on the background table you can also see that in the back I have 3 Neewer 480 LED light panels to light myself, to get this shine on my head and this beautiful mug and this lush beard. I use my Neewer NL660 lights, but for the background I use the 480 panel, the Neewer bicolor 480 panel or 480 LED panels. But I also use that white diffusion fabric that I got from Neewer. I could have possibly used a shower curtain, but I think over the years I may have tried a shower curtain before and it just didn't offer the diffusion that I liked. Maybe I bought the wrong type of shower curtain, I don't know, but it just didn't have the effect that I wanted. Now that Neewer panel, it is, I want to say maybe 11 by 11, 10 by 10, something like that. I paid 14 bucks for it. Yeah, I think I paid a little bit more than I should have paid or what it might be worth, but it serves a purpose, so I guess it's okay, I guess. So anyway, also if you look at the setup that I have there, I just have some 2x2 pieces of wood that I picked up from Lowe's, and I cut it. I think my setup is, I want to say maybe 25 inches high and maybe 40 inches wide, and then I just have the 3 lights hanging there, and because they're behind the diffusion fabric, it makes the light a lot more softer. I think I have the power set on those 480 LED panels at maybe 3/4 power, a little bit above half, not necessarily 3/4, but never full power because you don't want the light to spill over onto your product. Yeah, of course you can move your product that much further away, but also if you move your product that much further away, you might end up having other things in your shot that you don't want. And what I mean by that is the white board that I'm using, that you saw the footage of, that I'm using for my tabletop, I could have cut it round, but I didn't like it to be round because I could end up making it jagged and it might mess up something, or with that extra piece of white board, I have that much more white space that I could utilize if I had a bigger product to put on the turntable to spin. And oh, and also the good thing about that whiteboard is it's reversible. So if I had a product that somebody wanted on a black background, I don't necessarily have to change the background black in Photoshop. I can use that white or that black reflective part of the board to finish my shot. But I digress. Anyway, the whiteboard that I use, it's good. It's reflective, so you can sometimes get a good reflection coming off the bottom of the board to help with the lighting on your product. But for this particular shoot, I only actually needed one key light, one main light to light the product, which is the, as you can see, the Panasonic 870K. I use one light, the NL660, to light that at roughly half power, and the lights in the back, like I said, they were set at maybe 3/4 power, and that is so that the light doesn't spill over. But also, if you look at the footage that I have here, I want you to see that for this particular shot, I'm using my Canon G50, and on the G50 right now the aperture is set at f3.4 and the shutter speed is set at 1/750th of a second. I'm only doing that to show you the how the background lights look before you set your aperture or your shutter speed slower. You don't necessarily want your aperture at f1.8 because you want your product to be that much sharper. I have mine set at f3.4. I don't need any bokeh effect on this because the primary focus is the product on the white background. So my f-stop is at f3.4, but as you see, I start to slow down my shutter speed from 1/750th all the way down to 1/50th of a shutter speed. You see how much whiter and blown out the white background becomes, and because I have my newer 660 key light at a good enough ratio at maybe 50% or something like that, it also keeps the product properly lit, sharp, good balance, good color, good lighting balance on both, and that helps me achieve the desired effect. The turntable rotates at such a slow speed that I don't have to worry about my shutter speed being slow at 1/50th of a second. I'm not going to get any drag on that because the product itself turns so slowly. If it was turning faster, I would probably shoot, well, I would definitely shoot at a faster shutter speed, increase the power of my lighting, and just balance it out as I saw fit. But for this particular shoot, I don't need to do so. And if you notice, the turntable on the TV tray was actually sitting a little bit lower than I actually wanted. So I took my footstool to set the turntable on top of, and then set the dry erase board on top of, and then the product, and that way it gives me enough height. The way my setup is, the background is high enough and wide enough to where I don't have to add any background generators in DaVinci, which I use to edit my video, or any other program to fill the white background and make it all seamless. Because the way it's set up there, I have enough height and enough width to give me the shot that I want. I very rarely shoot huge products. Most products that I shoot could be as small as a pill bottle, all the way as big as that teddy bear that you see, and that's generally about the biggest product, at least that I've shot so far. But in the case that I will have to shoot something bigger, I have that big enough diffusion panel, and my board that I use with my LEDs, I can always add to it, extend the height or whatever. And with the 3 lights, I can change my configuration. I could put 2 in the center and 1 at the bottom, and because of the diffusion panel, the light will spread evenly either way. Plus, at a shutter speed or f-stop at f3.4 and a shutter speed of 1/50th, it's definitely still going to blow out the background. And I will have enough distance. I don't have a lot of room in my office space, but I still have enough distance to separate the subject from the background, so there's no light spill, and that way I get that good separation, good lighting ratio, 2-to-1 ratio. 2 times as bright in the back, 1 time as bright in the front, and I get my color balance, or my lighting balance rather. So anyway, after that, I do some quick post-processing. I try to get it as best I can in camera so I don't have to do that much tweaking when I edit. But other than that, it's a pretty straightforward process, at least for me, at least. And I hope I at least helped help you understand the process. Looking at the 2 videos, the Of course, I use my Canon G50 to record the VX-870K Panasonic rotating, but that heart bear, that rose bear video, I use my Panasonic to record. Can you actually tell a difference? Can you see the difference? Which one do you like better? I tend to like the G50, for it just seems a little bit sharper. The resolution seems a little bit better, not by much, just by a small margin, but still enough to my eye to where I think the G50 is better. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think the G50 is better, or if the Panasonic's better, or if you can tell the difference at all, you know. And if you like the video, please leave me a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. I do. I take it sincerely. It makes me feel good when I see thumbs up. And luckily, I haven't seen a lot of thumbs down in my video. Maybe I shouldn't have said that to encourage, so I don't encourage you to leave me a thumbs down. But please leave me a thumbs up if you appreciate the video. And again, leave me a comment if my process helped you, or leave me a comment if you see a difference in between the two, between the G50 and the 870K. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. Maybe I want the G50 to be better. I don't know. And lastly, please consider subscribing. I do appreciate that. I have crossed the 100 subscriber threshold. I think I'm sitting at 115 subscribers, something like that. That's a small victory for me. I'll take that clap. I'll take that win. Yes, I will absolutely take that. And hopefully I will encourage you or your friends, or you to get your friends to subscribe to my channel if you find my content useful. So anyway, this is Ahmed and Penny with A Roberson Photo, A Roberson Media, and I will see you in the next video.